Alright, hi guys, this is WagonWheel here with a replay on Ohana LE. This is going to be a TvP, and this is just on ladder. This was one of the most intensive games I've played in a long time. So, I just thought I should bring it to you guys in something other than a ladder grinding mode. Anyways, so, I'm just going to start off with my 1 racks FE, as usual. And I'm going to go for a kind of greedy build, and you guys will see how it works out. But this is by far one of the most interesting games I've played. Anyways, so he's just scouting around, not much happening. I'm just going to play it at about 4 times for you guys until some of the good stuff starts happening. My Protoss opponent is going standard build so far. He's only got 1 gas, so I don't have any reason to suspect any cheesy play, any one base all in play, nothing like that. So I've already got my command center down, and I just start putting up 3 more. 3 more Raxes. My gas is going, and I should get a 3rd command center down right there. So this is just greedy Terran style. I just want to get as much economy as possible, and you want to pump out as much SCVs as possible to get an economic lead over your opponent. So right now, let's check out the income. Right now, he's a bit ahead of income, but you should see me start to shoot up more. 1, because of mules, and 2, because I should be able to pump out harvesters a bit faster. So right now, I'm gonna try and aim for. I'm just gonna slow it down now. Aim for medevacs rather than barracks units, just because I like the tech, and TvP is just about like who can tech up safely. If you could safely tech up to Colossi, you're good. If you could safely tech up to Templar, you're good. If you could safely tech up to Vikings or medevacs, you're fine. And Ghosts, same thing. I find tech and upgrades are most important in TvP. Anyway, so I'm just taking out my rock so I can land my 3rd. And right after I get my 3rd, and right after I get my couple of medevacs, I'm just going to push out. So, my opponent here has gone Colossus, and he doesn't have that many gateway units, so I already lost a lot of my timing window. So, as a TvP, in TvP, usually there's a lot of windows. Like, usually, at the beginning, Terran's kind of weak, and then Toss 1 base all-ins can do a lot of damage. And then, mid-game, usually Toss has an advantage. And then, after that, Terran has a small window, and then Toss has a big window after that. It's just a lot of back-and-forth timings. Right now, I missed mine, and I'm going to move out a little bit late. And he already has his Colossi out, you see. Now he should be able to defend everything I throw at him. But I do have my 3rd up, so that's one thing I have going for me right now. I have double upgrade. It's not quite started yet, but they're going to be on the way soon, and I'm still adding a lot more Raxes. So my harvester count is higher, and my army count is a little bit lower. So I'm having more of an economic game, and my opponent is having more of a tech up army game. The supply is even, however, so not too big of a deal. I do decide to drop into his main. I'm just going to drop in, do as much damage as I can, take out a Stalker, take out another Stalker, and take out a Colossi. So that's the big thing right there. I took out a Colossi, and I got out. And let's just take a look at the units lost tab. Looks like he lost a bit more units than I did there, or resources than I did. So now I'm getting my upgrades going. I got combat shields done, and concussive shells done now. Stim is actually what I researched first. And he's going for his 3rd. So as soon as I see his 3rd going up, I beeline it right to his 3rd. Just make sure to deny it. And what else is going on? My 3rd is not quite saturated yet. My first 2 bases are saturated quite fully, however. And let's see. Income, it's a bit even. I'm a little ahead. My mules are not going, however. Let's take a look. Whoops. I've got a lot of energy on all my things. And I do lose a lot of units there, but I do delay his 3rd. And once again, we're still even supply. I'm shooting a little bit ahead, and I got a lot of production. Let's look at his production. He's got 3 gates, 5 gates, and the robotics bay right there. And I've got 1, 2 starports, and a crap ton of barracks. That's, I believe, 8. Yeah, that's 8. So I'm pumping out as much stuff as I possibly can, and I'm gonna try and basically what I want to do is I want to delay the Protoss from expanding, and I want to kind of get my economic advantage so far ahead of him that I could swarm him, kind of like how his Zerg plays against a Terran. So I just got to keep the Colossi count down, and it looks like he's also got Templar. So this is what really gets me when they get Colossi and Templar. I kind of don't know whether to go Vikings or Ghosts, so sometimes I get both. Anyway, so his 3rd is coming up right now, and so is my 4th. So he's got his 3rd coming up, I got my 4th coming up, and it's still quite an even game. I have more harvesters, I have more supply, so it looks like I'm a little ahead. But you can't count him out with this army. Look at all this stuff. I doubt my army can take this out. Let's look at the army tab. I am ahead, however, I still am very scared of that army. So let's see how it goes. That storm is killing me. And I do take out all the Colossi. Oh, that's a miss micro. But there, I take it out now. And now he has a ton of gateway stuff, and I can't deal with much of it. So this right here is where I think the game starts to go weird. I make a weird mistake and decide to counterattack him while he's attacking my 3rd. So he's got this army over here, and I've got this army over here. Now, this army is kind of weak compared to his army, but with this stuff it should be able to do decently. So a lot of my stuff is going down, and this is where I lose a lot of harvesters. So let's look at the income tab, and let's look at my harvester count plummet. So right there it's gone down, and let's just look at this. So we got 17 workers killed, 18, 19, 20, 22. And that's a lot of workers killed. You just killed like 23 workers. And this base is going to try and flee as fast as possible. And I really didn't do much damage here. So this is the huge mistake in my play. I decided to counterattack with a very measly army. He took that out easy. I couldn't take his out. So now I decide to attack. And now is when I'm able to deal with this. Let's take a look at the upgrade count. I got 2-1. He has 1-1. So right now I have the upgrade advantage, and I just beat this army right here. So I still have this base up, but there's nobody mining there. He's ahead in harvesters now, so I lost my economic advantage. We're both on 3 base, and he has more harvesters. So this is a problem for me. I do have my production still going for me. However, I am very scared of him. I'm down in army, I'm down in supply, I'm down in economy. There's not much I can do. So this is where the game takes a turn for the worse for me. And look at this army. I can't do anything against that army right now. Nothing whatsoever. I'm down to 1 starport, so I can't pump medevacs and Vikings. I can, but at a very slow rate. Not at a rate that I would like. And this army is... there's nothing I can do against this army. So I am re-expanding at my 3rd. He's still on 3 bases. If I can get this up and secure this, then I'll be good. However, he's got a big attack coming, and it's going to be hard for me to defend. And he's up by almost 40 supplies, so I'm just going to kite him around. I try to bait him up this way, just so he doesn't go to my half of the map. So I try to bait him as long as possible. I know I can't take his army, so I'm just kiting, and picking off small units here and there. See, what this did here is this led him to the opposite side of the map that I want him to be on, or that I don't want him to be on. So I just led him back to his side of the map. He's way back here, so it's going to take a while for him to attack again. This is just basically stalling until I have enough units to deal with this. It's a good method. I use it a lot, especially in TvP. That's the main thing I use it in. Just because you have the economic advantage, usually you want to stall. Although in this case I don't have an economic advantage. So now this army's here again, and I have no clue what to do. Zero. I'm going to hop in my bunkers and just hope for the best. Once again, he's going to go for my third. I'm not so sure he scouted my fourth yet. Yeah, he didn't scout my fourth yet. So I'm going to try and get everything out. That doesn't work too well. I should have just hit him here or something. And I'm going to pick up a Colossi and get out. So right now you can just barrel through my front steps, but I don't know. He knows I have this now because I was trying to flee a lot of SCVs here, and he's going to have an engagement right in between my planetary and my army. So it's going to be a weird one. So I pick off his Colossi fast, and then I get stormed to death. But still, it was as best of an engagement I can get. And now Stalkers can't really take out a planetary fortress, and half of them linked onto this side, so I survive yet another day. I still have a bunch of production though. He only has, that's 5 gateways right there. He's got 8 gateways. I've got 9 barracks, so I'm not too far ahead. I got my starport still going, and I should make more barracks eventually. Alright. So, I'm way behind in this game. Behind in harvesters, behind in food, behind in army. Actually, army, I'm a little ahead. I don't know how, but I'm a little ahead. Let's take a look at my units. 2 medevacs, 9 marauders, and 9 marines. That does not look like my army is ahead. Oh, it's not. Silly me. Alright, so here's another attack coming. I'm going to try and do the same thing I did before. Lure him onto his side through here. Just this route. Just exactly like I did before. And actually, let's see the upgrades. I'm 3-2. He's 3-3. So he's got the upgrade advantage now. That's what Marcon's morphing in. So we're both on 4 base. My 4 base is a lot weaker than his 4 base though. He's got a lot more harvesters, and he's got a lot more army, he's got a lot more everything. So I know his army's there, so I'm just going to kind of go up here, try and bait him. I should have waited for his army to come after mine, but I'm just going to go straight for his 3rd and 4th now, because I know his 1st and 2nd are mine out, just because I know he was on 2 base longer than I was. So he just comes straight into my 3rd, and I just go to his 3rd. So we're trading base for base now. And since I have a smaller army, I know I can't take his. I know I can't take his army, so I just do the damage that I can. The supply, however, is evening out. Never mind, it's not. But so I evacuate everything, get them all in here. I take out his 4th. So he has no more mining going on. And now here's what happens. He comes in and attacks, and I just gotta hold off and then pincer him with this army as well. So let's take a look at the supply and the army. He's way ahead in army minerals or resources, and he's ahead in harvesters. He's ahead in everything. He's got a lot more food than I do. Pick off a Colossi, actually. No, I don't. Maybe I do. No, I don't. But I engage. And then so a lot of my SCVs are in here. So I'm going to lose a lot of SCVs, and I lose a lot to that storm. But I still have a lot more army than he does now. So let's see. Now my army's ahead of his army. And I just attack and attack and attack and attack. And just because I used my SCVs and he didn't have his probes, I won just because of that. So now he's still ahead in food. However, most of that is probes, because I've got 10 harvesters and he's got 41. So subtract 30 food from that. He's got 30 food army, and subtract 40 food from that. So he's got 20 food army. Subtract 10 from that. I've got about 45 food army. So right now I have the bigger army, and I'm just gonna push and do as much damage as I can. I've got no more mining except here, a little mining here, and that's all I have. I gotta take my advantage quick though, because he could set up his fourth and his third again. I didn't know he had a Stargate. Upgrades are still 3-3 against 2-3. I don't think I ever get that last upgrade. I always forget 1. Just because my timing push has a 1-0 upgrade, and then usually I get 3-3 done, or 2-3 done, because my armor's always behind my attack. So he has no mining, where I'm ahead in supply now, and he's got no army. Look, this is all his army right here. And then I just kite these probes, and it's pretty much over now. So now he's losing all the supply advantage he had, which were probes, and I even take out his army. So he has nothing now. Absolutely nothing. Alright, so he calls it GG, well played, and then he leaves. That's it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am proud to say that this guy was ahead of me in rank. He was actually, let's see what he was. I am platinum, as you guys probably know. I'm a high plat. Let's see what rank I am. I'm rank 7. And the guy I placed, I've been playing a lot of diamonds lately. This guy I lost to. He was a diamond. And this guy that I played, this is my last win, he was also diamond. So a lot of diamond Protosses that I've been facing. Hopefully I make it into diamond soon, and hopefully I can bring you guys better games. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, and like, comments, or anything. Thanks guys, I appreciate the views.